Lance won't be playing for the rest of the season, so we're mindful of his mental health issue, and it's something that he'll need to be addressed, and that's his main priority, to get that right.
In 2015, footballer Buddy Franklin pulled out of the AFL finals to focus on his mental health. This forced a shift in the way we perceive the masculinity of footballers.
Footballer Pat Hogan was a boarder at St Joseph's College, Hunters Hill, where he played full forward for the school's Division 1 AFL team. He also went on to play for the Greater Western Sydney Giants development squad.
I think as time has gone on, like, the expectations of footy players have changed, where like the pressure has increased, and like even people like Buddy Franklin, they need time off. Like, that's a huge step as well, because it shows younger players that, you know, men can be like susceptible to like emotions like that and can come under stress and crack. And like, it's, you know, so good that he shows that, like, you know, you need to prioritize that. And, you know, winning a final is awesome, but like a final is like, you know, it's got a timeline, whereas like, you know, your mental health, that's everything.
In 1997, Professor Tom Morden wrote the book Altered Mates, which dissected the state of Australian masculinity at that time.
It seems to me every generation, or maybe every 20 years, you know, we discover or rediscover the crisis of masculinity. When I wrote my book about men and masculinity back in the late 90s, we were talking about a crisis of masculinity then, and, you know, that was coming from a range of different directions.
History can repeat itself, however, for different reasons. At this time, the masculinity crisis refers to the vulnerability and emotional expression of men.
There are a lot of things about traditional masculinity which were not good. There are a lot of things about traditional masculinity which men suffered from, and in particular, I think what they suffered from, and I talked about this a little bit in my book, was this sense of being exiled from their emotions. Yeah? And I actually think that is something that men have gained over the last 20 years since I wrote that book. My observation is that a younger generation of men now is more in touch with their emotions, and certainly more able to talk about what's going on for them to both their male and female friends. And that's the most important thing. It's not bottling it all up inside, it's actually talking about what's going on for you and knowing that you're, you know, not going to be judged when you do that. And that's a really positive development.